If you don't have direction, if you don't have focus, if you don't have a purpose, if you don't have a goal, life will take control of you. Life will take control of you. This is something that I find interesting, right? Is without a purpose, without something that you're looking forward to, whether that's being the best version of you, building whatever it is you want to build, it's being living your passion on the day to day, then there's no reason to be a certain way. Get my point here. There's no reason to wake up and make certain adjustments in your life. You won't feel the need to adapt and adjust and observe. You won't feel the need to learn. You won't feel the need to, get out of your situation because there's nothing that you're looking forward to. There's nothing that there's nothing that you have on paper saying, okay, this is the direction I want to go. So then life takes control over you. So now you're living life adjusting to whatever happens to you, right? But here's what I mean by that. It's like life happens to you. Life starts happening to you. You don't take control. Life takes control of you. And whatever it is that you prioritize, being that you don't have nothing to look forward to, you may prioritize comfort, safety, security, right? You may prioritize just being safe, just being comfortable. Because I got no direction. I got no passion. I got no purpose. I got nothing to look forward to. So the only thing I care about is safety. As long as I can just survive. This is the mind of someone without direction. Follow this. If I can just survive, so now when life happens to me, I'm just reacting. I'm just fighting hard to stay the same. See, now when it comes to bettering yourself, going all in on you, learning about yourself, developing a different mentality, all these things that we break down on these lives, on my podcast, on my social media page. None of it matters if there's no direction. None of it matters if there's no clarity. None of it matters if you're not paying attention with a mind that wants to understand. None of it matters. Why would you show up on the day to day if there's no direction? Why would you pay attention to the details if there's nothing that you're looking forward to? See, because I'm wondering. Sometimes I wonder. It's like, okay, you don't have to be a certain way, right? You wake up, you may feel sluggish, tired, lost, confused. You may have these thoughts based on the night before, right? Because the night before you was eating a certain food that makes you feel a certain way, and then you react towards that certain feeling. You call it positive or negative. You wake up in the morning, you're like, man, today I'm not feeling it. Why would you look to change your mindset? Why would you look to adapt from that? Why would you look at, you know what? I know the world's in my head. Let's go. Let's change this state up. I know I made certain moves that mess with my mentality. I know I made certain decisions that mess with my energy this morning. I'm not feeling it. The world's in my head. Every day is a beautiful day. That's just my perspective. Why would you want to change that mentality if there's no direction? Right? If there's no direction, some people just accept it. Oh, today's this type of day. I have that type of vibe today. Let me go lay down. Let me call it quits. See, today here in New Jersey, it's raining like crazy, right? It's raining. It's dark. And a lot of people will look at today and say, oh, today's a bad day. Today's not a good day. And they allow that to determine how they feel. So then they feel a certain way. They're like, oh, man, I'm not feeling it today. I'm just not it. I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not. Today, it's a bad day. I'm not going to go outside. I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm not going to go do these things. It's like, of course you would accept that if there's no direction, if there's no intention, if you don't wake up every day with a purpose. See, for me, I started this live and say, look, I'm tired, right? Pretty tired. I was up last night working on some stuff. But that burst of energy is there. That burst of energy, my mindset, my intention, I'm not just accepting it. I'm like, okay, let's grab this moment and let's make an adjustment. Let's look at this situation and say, okay, how can I make an adjustment? How can I get out of this position? How can I lift myself up? Let me go take a cold shower or two. Let me go start journaling certain things. Let me start figuring certain things out. Let's get pumped up. Let's go put some music on. Let's go hit the gym. Let's put the hat on, tighten it up real nice, and let's get going. Let's get the mindset flowing. Let's get the blood pumping into the brain. Not just, I'm tired. I'm tired today. I don't know what to do. Man, times it's like, nah, man, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense to accept that. That makes sense when people wake up and say, I don't feel like doing it, and they just stop. That makes sense when there is no passion. That makes sense when there's no purpose. That makes sense when there's no clear direction on where you're going. That makes sense. That just makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. So now people are just living life based on how they feel for the moment, and they just accept it. But when you're clear and you know, yo, this is where I want to go. Every moment of your life, you keep the destination or where you want to go in the forefront of your mind. The moves you're making, the process that you're in, you keep that in the forefront of your mind. You start paying attention to every single detail, every single moment of your life. Not when it's convenient, not when it's easy, not when you feel like showing up, but every single moment you start seeing, oh, wow, yes, this decision I can make. I can go left, I can go right, I can go straight, I can go back, I can go this. I can make a decision right now that has a serious impact on what happens next. I can make a decision right now that has a serious impact. I can decide to do nothing. I can decide to sit around and not show up. I can decide to allow the day, because it's rainy and it's dark outside and I can allow that to determine how I feel. I can allow the fact that I only had a few hours of sleep to control how I feel. Or I can say, you know what, man, I don't gotta be like that. See, when it's in the forefront of your mind, when it's in your mind, you know, okay, this is where I'm headed towards. This is what I want to do. So it's every decision. It's not something that you just forget. It's not something like, oh, today I'm not going to do it today. It's like, what do you mean? I thought you was interested. I thought you was curious. I thought you was on it. I thought you was about it. I thought you was passionate. I thought you was living life with passion and purpose, right? No, this is not what we're doing. See, when there's no direction, there's no clarity, it doesn't matter what you do. Think about what I'm saying, fam. Think about it, man. Think about this. Just think about what I mean. In one's mind, if there's no direction, it's like whether I do this or not, I'm going to get the same result. This is what people start thinking. That's how it feels. Okay, I'm tired today. I can just sleep in. It's not about being disciplined. It's not about having motivation. It's not about, it's not about any of those things. It's about understanding what it is that you're doing. It's about understanding, do you have direction? Do you have clarity? Do you have a purpose? Do you have something that you're going for? Do you have a goal? Do you have something that you're inspired by? Because then if you have that and it means a lot to you, then every decision you make matters. If you're really serious about being the best version of you, the details of your life matter. Every moment matters. Every situation matters. Every conversation you have matters. Every move you make matters. Every adjustment you make matters. You wake up in the morning, you're like, okay, cool. I'm smoked. I'm not feeling it. Smoked is another word for being tired, right? It's a hood way of saying I'm tired. I'm smoked. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. There's so much things that are going on in my mind right now. Oh man, I don't know. Like, I ate that food. I don't feel like it. What do you do in those moments? What do you do in those moments when you feel like you're not doing it? You don't want to do it. What do you do in those moments when you feel exhausted? What do you do in those moments when those thoughts come in? What do you do in those moments? I said I had this goal to being the best version of me. And then what happens? Like, what happens when it comes down to do it? Is it in the forefront of your mind? And if it's not, that's fine. But what are you consumed by daily? Are you allowing life to happen to you? Or are you taking control over your life? Are you allowing life to, are you just reacting to whatever comes your way? Are you reacting to how you feel and reacting to the world? Or are you responding to the moves? Are you responding to what's going on? See, with direction, with clarity, with intention, it's a different mindset. When that's not there, then for a lot of people, they're so, it's like almost autopilot. It's like people are autopilot. Oh, today's one of those days. It's like, well, no, it doesn't have to be one of those days. What does that mean? Every moment's a brand new moment. It doesn't have to be one of those days. You could wake up in the morning and feel like, damn, man, I don't feel like doing anything, or I'm not feeling it. And at that moment, you can make a decision that completely changes that state. You can get into the mode. You can get into the mood. You can get into that zone. You can get into that. If you have direction, clarity, passion, purpose, whatever you want to call it. Intention. If you have that intention, you want to do that. If you don't have that intention, then there's no reason to do that. It's kind of like, oh, I didn't do it. And then you would apply discipline, because the world says you need discipline. So because you don't have the intention, you're just doing the motion. I'm just going to show up. I'm just going to show up like this. I'm just going to do this. And then it's like autopilot moves. There's always inconsistency. There's always inconsistency. Because you're not doing it with intention. You're not doing it with energy. You're not doing it I always call it project mode, right? I always call it being in project mode, where in the forefront of your mind, nothing else matters besides the thing that it's the goal, right? That means every decision you make is based on that goal, or not even the goal. Every decision you make is based on what it is that you say you want, where you're going, the moves you're making. So then now everything you do matters. How you treat yourself matters. The conversation you have matters. The food you eat matter. Just every move, every detail, the amount of sleep you get. Look who's talking, right? The amount of sleep you get, the books you read, who you listen to, everything matters when you're in that zone, when you know where you want to go, when you have that intention, when you have that focus, when you have that goal. Yo, man, this is where I want to go. Every decision, every move, everything matters. How you feel about yourself, you want to make the adjustment. You want to adapt to that. You want to fix that. Why? Because you know that it all matters. It's not just, oh, not today. Today's just not my day. It's just like, whoa. And I get and I understand why people are inconsistent. I understand why people don't show up. I understand why people don't feel like doing it. Sometimes they say, you know what, man, I could just stay in. It doesn't really matter to people. But that's because, are you clear enough to see what you're doing? Do you have that intention? Do you keep the intention in the forefront of your mind every single day, which is your priority? What are your priorities? What are your priorities? If there is no clarity, if there's no passion, if there's no purpose, if there's no intention, then your priority is just to be safe. Your priority is just to feel good for the moment. I hope you guys see that. So that means when it comes to making a decision that you know you need to make, you won't even make the right move. You'll make the move that feels the most comfortable, which is the right move for you. That's why people are like, I fell off. Oh man, I fell off and some days I show up, some days I don't. Some days I want to be a better version of me. The other days I just want to relax and it's like, are you clear? Are you clear on the thing that you say you want? Not just something that you just vocalize and say, I want this, and just say it just to feel good. No, are you clear on the thing that you say you want? When you say, I really want this, I really want to understand, I really want to get out my position, I really want to make moves, I really want to lose this weight, I really want to make more money, I really want to live a better life, I really want to get out this position I'm in. When you really want it, every decision you make matters. That means nothing will stop you. You wake up, you feel a certain way, your goal is to solve that problem because it's getting in the way of where it is that you say you want to go and where you want to be. Somebody comes to throw off your game. Somebody comes into your life. And you're like, no. I can't do that. I'm not doing that. Not because I got to be disciplined. Not because I got to stay in the zone. Not because anybody else told you, but because you really want that goal. You really want that. You're really interested in that, in this lifestyle as a way of life. You're really interested. No. I'm not going to let that interfere with my focus. See, when that's not there, fam, if that's not there, your priorities start to get a little bit blurry, right? You start to, your priorities is like, you start to get confused on what you care about. You say you want change, you want transformation, you say you want to be a better version of you, you say you want more money, you want to lose weight, whatever it is that people say they want, right? I want to get more clear, I want to learn, I want to have more passion, whatever it is, right? I want to have more happiness, whatever it is. But then if you look at what you truly want, because that's not in the forefront of your mind at all times, you can see what people truly want. People start to be in conflict. It's like, this is what I think I want, and this is what I truly want. So now that's the battle. This is what I truly want, but I'm lying to myself and I'm confused on that. But then this is what I think I want. So then I just exist in conflict. It's like a battle, psychological battle. It's like what you think you want shouldn't feel like work. What you think you want shouldn't feel like, oh, I got to do this. It shouldn't feel like that. It's more like, this is a lifestyle for me. This is what I want. It's a way of life, state of being. I want to live with awareness, more passion, purpose, love, happiness, whatever it is. That's a state of being. There shouldn't be a conflict in that. So again, if that's not clear, all you prioritize is safety, comfort, security. So now it's about feeling good on the day to day. So you start chasing what is most pleasurable. You start prioritizing what is most pleasurable for the moment. That means even if you have all this written down on what it is, where you want to go, the moment you feel like, I feel good right now, I feel comfortable right now, you will not even think about changing that state, making that adjustment. You let the world control you instead of you controlling how you respond. Oh, today's a rainy day, it's dark and gloomy and all this stuff. Today's a bad day. It's like, these days, where you just want to sleep in and eat ice cream. It's like, okay, fine. How come I can wake up and see this day and be like, let's go. Let's just go. I love this. Let's go. There's no difference whether it rains, snows, thunders, or sunny. It's just go. Let's just go. Like, it shouldn't determine your day when the thing that you say you want and the lifestyle you want to live is in the forefront of your mind. It's all you see. It's the process. It's the state of being. It's not reacting to life and reacting and be easily thrown off your game. Does this make sense, fam? Give me some fire emojis if you're loving this morning. Let me be the first one to throw it. Hold on, let me see. Give me some fire emojis if you're loving this live. If this is making any sense at all. And if this is helping you at all too. Totally. Cool. I love that. Gotta be clear. You gotta be clear on what it is that you say you want. Man, gotta be clear. Gotta be clear. Gotta keep it in the forefront of your mind. You gotta keep that thing that you say you want in front of your mind. Because if it's not, it's easy for you to get thrown off. It's easy for you to say, not today. It's easy for you to react and respond a certain way. Can't teach passion 100%. You can't. You can't. And you can't fake this either. You can't fake this, fam. You can't fake this. You can't fake like you really want it. You can't fake that. You can't fake it. No matter what you say, the words, no matter how convincing your acting game is, or how much you tell somebody, I really want something, no matter how much tears come out, you can't fake it. You can't fake it, because when you want something, it's always it's always in your mind. There is nothing else. Every move you make is in order for you to get to that goal, right? And the bigger the goal, the longer the process. The bigger your idea of what it is or where you want to be at, it becomes a way of life. You're like, no, I'm not there yet. This is what I'm doing. This is what the moves I'm making. These are the goals. These are the moves I'm making. It's not, some days yes, some days no. But one day I show up, the next day I don't. It's like, okay, what's going on? Because what is going on? What is going on? Are you clear? Are you clear? It's not that there's not days that you don't have to rest. It's not about, always being on. It's not about being a robot. We're talking about just intention. Why is it easy for people to not show up? That's because if you truly wanted something, you think about, okay, no. You don't even, you think you just accept when you really, really want something? You think you just accept when you value every single decision? You don't just accept it. You look to adjust it. You see what happens. It's like, okay, cool. I know what it is that I say I want. At that very moment, let me make an adjustment. But when that's not there, that's not clear, when you don't actually care, you just react to everything that comes your way. So fam, I'll leave you guys with that. I love you. I appreciate you. I go live every Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sign up to my daily awareness journal. The link is in my bio. Sign up to that today. If you're loving these lives, sign up to that right now. Click the link. This video will be up on my YouTube channel. Love and appreciate you. Take care, fam. Have a solid day. Peace.